What was it like having an evil stepmother? My mom died when I was 9. After that, it was just me and my dad. We weren't rich, but we were close. He'd flip pancakes every Sunday, even if half of them came out burnt. We'd watch old movies until we both fell asleep on the couch. Monopoly tournaments could last all weekend. And even if he always let me win, I pretended I didn't know. There was comfort in that quiet routine, like we were building a little world for just the two of us. That ended the day he brought her home. She wore too much perfume and called me Sweet Pea, with this sugary voice that didn't match the look in her eyes. She hugged me like she was posing for a picture, and when my dad wasn't looking, her arms dropped like I wasn't worth the effort. At first, I thought maybe I was imagining it. Small things started to feel off. My toothbrush was gone one morning, and she said maybe I misplaced it. I packed my lunch for school, left it in the fridge, and by noon, it was in the trash. She claimed it must have gone bad. My favorite hoodie, the one my mom gave me before she got sick, came out of the laundry 2 sizes too small. She said the washer must have had a weird cycle. I tried telling my dad. He rubbed his eyes like he was tired and said she was just trying to adjust. He told me to meet her halfway, but it didn't stop. She'd stare at me while she stirred her coffee, like she was trying to see how far she could push me before I snapped. She rearranged my room when I was out, said it needed a woman's touch. She locked my bedroom door once when I was in the shower, and when I asked about it, she smiled and said, "You're always forgetting your key." She turned the house into a stage play. When Dad was home, she was sweetness and light, but when it was just the two of us, she acted like I was some stain she couldn't scrub out. I remember one afternoon I accidentally left a cup on the coffee table. She grabbed me by the wrist, dragged me into the kitchen, and made me stand there for an hour, just staring at the cup. She said I needed to reflect. I wasn't allowed to have friends over. She called one of their moms once and said I had violent outbursts. I only found out when my best friend stopped talking to me. At school, people started avoiding me. I'd walk into a room and feel eyes on me, whispering. I asked my dad why everyone thought I was unstable. He just shook his head and said maybe I should try harder to fit in. At 16, it got worse. Mail started disappearing. My aunt's birthday card never came. The college packets I signed up for online stopped showing up. I thought maybe I hadn't been accepted, until I was vacuuming and found an envelope shoved under the couch. It was from a school I'd applied to. It had my name, postmarked months ago, torn open. I stormed into the kitchen and slammed it on the table. She looked up from her tea and said, "You're not going anywhere." I told a counselor at school. They filed a report. Nothing happened. I brought the letter to my dad. He glanced at it and mumbled something about mail getting lost. That night, I cried until I couldn't breathe. I knew then no one was coming to save me, so I saved myself. I started working nights at a bookstore, walked 2 miles there, 2 miles back. I saved every dollar. I used the library computers to apply to schools again, used my friend's address this time. I got in, out of state. I waited until I turned 18, packed one duffel, left a letter for my dad on the kitchen table. I told him I loved him, that I tried, that I wasn't angry anymore, just tired of screaming into a void.